The STEM Society.
What's poppin', people? My name is Cole Jackson. This is the STEM Society. Welcome back. Two things on the docket this week. I am going to make 5 predictions of what's going to happen this weekend during Jay-Z's stadium performance. 5 predictions: who's going to show up, what type of music is going to be played, are we getting new music, and if he's going to throw more shots. I'm going to do those predictions later on in the episode. Right now, let's touch on the controversy between Young Miami and India.Arie. Now, here this past week, it's been a lot of back and forth about the song Spin That. Apparently, a lot of the blogs have been reporting that India.Arie wanted the song boycotted. Now, that's way farther from the truth than what they have been reporting to you guys. The thing is, the whole thing started with India.Arie responding to someone putting this post on Threads. I'm calling for a boycott of Young Miami's song Spin That. I believe it's degrading to our culture. At some point, we have to take seriously the power music has over perception and the values it reinforces. I can't believe this is the song of the summer. I'm not against fun music, but we have to understand that music doesn't just entertain us. It shapes what we normalize, what we aspire to, and how we see ourselves. There were a lot of blogs that posted that said that was from her, which is a big misunderstanding. Now, she did have a reply to that post, and this is what India.Arie said to that woman. I spent my entire life caring way too much because I finally learned that not everybody cares, with a capital C. And explaining it to them is not going to make them care. Everything you listen to, see, or eat is going to influence you. So make wise choices, y'all. I don't see anything India.Arie said as wrong. I understand she's had a tortured past or tortured history with the music industry. So I get it, man. Like, she's going to sit up here and speak her mind. She has been very vocal about music before. So I understand where she was coming from with that. The lady who actually called for the boycott, I'm not a big fan of boycotting music. And the reason being is because when you start killing freedom to be able to say what you want to say when it comes to music or action or movies or any artistic expression, like we're really walking a like really thin line, man, and we're killing what makes living here great. Do I like the song Spin That? No, I said it was a trash song from the very beginning. I've never liked that song, but it's catchy. It's got a nice hook. It gets people outside going. It's here, and it's forced down our throats all the time. Pause. But at the end of the day, what good is it going to do if we ban that song? Like, where are we going to go after that? Because if we were one of those people, if we were one of those places that decided to say, fuck that, we don't want to hear that. There's several years of music in the past that we're completely hopping over just to get them Young Miami and just saying, well, this is the time to do it. And let's be honest, this is probably the last piece of success that Young Miami is going to get in a long time. Like, let's be real. She lucked up on one. I'm not even going to sit up here and act like she didn't. She lucked up on a hit. And sometimes you can trip and fall and win $1 million. And that's what she did. She tripped, fell, and stumbled into something because she has tried time and time again to be able to get out here and get hot like this. On top of that, I think a lot of people who make comments or want to boycott music like this don't know the history behind a lot of these artists. This is par for the course for Young Miami. Again, if you listen to City Girls, she was rapping about scamming niggas. She was rapping about fucking with scammers, rich niggas. I want to do this, fly me out, and all this other stuff. This is par for the course for her. She's never going to take it to another level when it comes to rapping. This is it. She is at her peak right now. Why take that away from her? The amount of aggression and hate and vitriol people had towards India.Arie because she made that statement was really fucked up, if you ask me. Trick Daddy came out here and called that woman everything under the sun but a child of God. And it was reported wrong the whole time. And I still ain't seen Trick Daddy come out and apologize, which he's not. But was the anger that a lot of people were showing online worth it just for one song? It never got boycotted. Nobody really sat up here and was trying to ban it. If anything, it got more successful after all of this stuff happened. So why are we so angry about somebody just stepping up and saying, yo, this song is trash, or this is something that I'm not fucking with? The black community should do better. Like, aren't we supposed to better ourselves no matter what? Now, I don't think banning a song is going to help us, but I do feel like people speaking out about certain situations or certain songs, I don't think that's wrong to say, especially when you have situations like a mother and her daughter getting arrested for stealing $7,000 worth of Louis Vuitton bags and purses and then posting it on Instagram to the Spin That song. Yeah, that's the kind of society we live in. We have dummies out here doing dumb shit. So here, every now and again, you got to get checked, and people have to step up and say, hey, be careful what you're listening to, because people are influenced, not just the young folks, but it's old dummies out here too. So I understand how people can put that out there into the universe and say, hey, we need to be very cognizant about what we listen to or how we take it in. I've always been able to decipher real from the fake when it comes to music. That's just how I am. And you can tell who's real and who's fake when it comes to that type of shit. Not everybody has that superpower, but I do. And there's just a lot of people out here who will fall for the bullshit because they want to take a picture or a video and they want to show that they got it on Instagram. Now, India.Arie did come forward later on, and she made a response to all of the anger she was getting. Listen to what she says in this video she posted on Substack.
It is being wrongly reported that I think we should boycott this song of the summer. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I refuse to sing that song, but either you know what it is or you don't. And if you don't, you can go find it. It's very easy. But I don't think we should boycott. What I want is to see people understand the power of words and music and to make choices that are healthy for them. That's what I want. Do I think it matters what I want for people? No. I have finally learned that it doesn't matter, and that there's no amount of sacrificing my life force energy that is going to make anybody want anything better for themselves. All I can do is emanate what I emanate, stand for what I stand for, and hope that it reaches who it's meant to reach. And that's it. And that's all I'm going to do. And so my comment makes it very clear that I don't think we should boycott. My comment is tantamount to everybody doesn't want the same thing. And there are a lot of people who are saying it's just a song. Well, if that's what you think, enjoy. But what I know is that music has power. But of course, I have used that power to help some people. And I have traveled around this world twice. And I see the impact of what we export out of the Black American experience to the rest of the world. Longer story for another time.
I couldn't agree more. Living in London, you get to see how American Black culture influences Black British culture. And it's always, or 90% of that is usually the worst parts of shit. Like, it's not always the positive shit that they get. A lot of times it's what we do on social media or on reality TV or just the horrible shit. Sometimes some good shit comes through, but a lot of times it's always the worst part. I agree with it though. Music has power. Music does have a way to affect people, but I think that's just for the stupid ones. I think that's just for dumb people. I don't think that everybody gets influenced by certain songs. I think that there's a lot of people out here who lacks attention and needs attention, so they do dumb shit to be able to get attention. And what better way is to just post shit on Instagram or try to pull some of these stunts off and try to do this shit the way they feel like they want to do it, and then, you know, you're in jail over some scamming bullshit. A lot of y'all didn't even graduate high school and y'all still out here trying to scam. A lot of y'all just don't know how to criminal correctly. So yeah, make the decision for yourself, man. I had a homeboy who was really heavy on music, especially hip hop music. And I was the first one to step up and defend it because I always believe that the artistic side of hip hop is always going to be there. There's always going to be a good side and a bad side of hip hop. There's always going to be some bullshit. Like, we always going to have some trap music, some niggas who sell drugs. We always going to have niggas who talk about the horrible side of shit, and that's because what they came up in. But there's a good side of hip hop too, which we never focus on because we're so focused on the bad shit. Hip hop can also be about telling your story or letting people know what you overcame or how shit works in your life and what you had to do to get to the point that you're at now. So it's not all bad. We just don't focus on the good shit. We love the bad, ratchet bullshit. So, it's easy for people to point the finger and blame blame this song or that song and not look at the people who are doing the positive, good rap. Because that shit don't sell. It don't slap half the time. So, again, I don't believe India.Arie did anything wrong. But I also don't believe we should be boycotting music, man. Like, we might as well start stoning people again if that's the case. What do you think? Do you think India.Arie has a point saying that we should just make better decisions when it comes to music? Do you think we should boycott Spin That for the rest of the summer? How are you feeling about this song? How are you feeling about this situation? I would love for you to tell me down in the comments. Let's move to my predictions of what's going to happen this weekend with Jay-Z. For a lot of people who aren't in the know, this weekend is the Yankee Stadium concert where Jay-Z is going to be celebrating the 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt and the 25th anniversary of The Blueprint. Now, I wanted to do something more like talk about set list or what songs he might do, but I was like, I don't want to do that. I want to predict some shit. I want to see if I can make some predictions and see if that shit will come true. So, I have 5 predictions right here on my phone of what Jay-Z is going to do this weekend during his Yankee Stadium show. Starting with number 1. I think Jay will do another freestyle diss. I think this time he's going to do something a lot more clear. I think the shots are going to be most definitely aimed at Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Dame Dash. And I think those shots are going to be loud and clear. We're going to be talking about it for the rest of the month. So I do think Jay-Z has an opportunity to step forward and do another freestyle like he did at the Roots Picnic. I don't know. The only thing about that is will we want to hear it again? Like, it was real shocking when he did it at the Roots Picnic, and it was like a big surprise. I think since we're anticipating it, it's going to have to be better. That last freestyle was not the best one. He's going to have to step his game up and give us something that's even more clear. I would like him to say names. Stop. You are OG in hip-hop, bruh. Go ahead and put a name on the bullet, man. If you're going to throw shots, put a name on the bullet. I want to hear him say Nicki. I want to hear him say Drake. I want to hear him say Dame. I want to hear him say whatever name comes to mind when he does that freestyle. But I do feel like Jay is going to give us another freestyle at this concert. Number 2, the people or the guests he's going to have this weekend. So I'm going to automatically say Nas is going to be there because of Nas dropping the playlist on Tidal today. I'm recording this on Thursday. He dropped a playlist of his favorite Jay-Z songs, which means he's probably going to show up on Sunday. I think Sunday on the extra innings night, Jay and Nas are going to get together and they're going to perform Black Republican. Another person who I feel like is going to show up, and this is going to be on a Saturday night, I think Eminem is going to show up. I'm looking for Eminem to show up and Jay and M do Renegade, and we'll finally be able to figure out who outdid who on that song. Because the big controversy is who out-rapped who, and we'll probably get to see it live during this weekend. So that will be a great surprise. I also feel like we're going to get some old friends like Sauce Money. So a lot of people don't know. Sauce Money is an early collaborator with Jay. He worked with Jay on In My Lifetime Volume 1, and he was also on The Blueprint. So I'm hoping to see Sauce Money. I love Sauce Money. He is one of my favorite Jay-Z collaborators when it comes to them doing songs together. So I think Jay and Sauce Money is going to do some stuff together as well. Also, and one of the biggest surprises we're going to see, Beyonce. It's only right. Beyonce is going to show up. They're going to perform a song together on Sunday night, and they're going to have one of the biggest moments of the weekend. It's bound to happen because Jay showed up during Beyonce's concert and he performed. So it only makes sense that Beyonce shows up and they do Deja Vu or whatever, some songs from the Carters. So he's going to have some heavy hitters this weekend, and people are going to be jumping out of the fucking stands after that. Number 3, new music. Jay is going to debut a new song. I feel like he's going to debut the Roots Picnic freestyle over a beat. I think we're going to get an extended version. It's going to turn out to be an actual song, and people are going to fuck with it. I also feel like he's going to debut another song, and we're going to get the date for his next album. Jay has been way too active for us not to get new music or a new album. I'm pretty sure he's going to announce the date, probably on Sunday, just to let us know that it's coming. Probably going to get the album in December. His birthday is in December. Everything just makes a lot of sense. His anniversary, we're at the midway mark of the year. Doing this anniversary stuff, it only makes sense that the album drops in December. So we're getting a new Jay-Z album. We just need to know the date. He'll give us the date on Sunday. Number 4, we're getting an all-out Roc-A-Fella reunion. That means Beanie Siegel's going to show up. Memphis Bleek's going to show up. Freeway's going to show up. But the biggest surprise is going to be Cameron. People forget Cameron was on Roc-A-Fella. They do have some songs together. I think we're going to see Cameron and Jay-Z on Saturday night. It's going to be a huge reunion. People are going to go crazy. We're going to get to hear Cameron do his thing. Him and Jay go back and forth. It's going to be a nice night. I really feel like the whole Roc-A-Fella reunion is going to be something epic, and it's going to be on a Blueprint night. Just makes a lot of sense to me. Definitely going to be on the Blueprint night. I don't know who else shows up, though. Like, do the Young Guns show up? You know what I'm saying? Like, who else shows up from Roc-A-Fella? I just know that Cameron is probably going to be the biggest surprise out of everybody. And I think they're going to definitely do some of their hits together on Saturday night. And number 5, and I'm going out on a limb on this one because to me it makes sense. I mean, he hasn't done it in a long time. The third night, which is Extra Innings, I feel like it's going to be the all B-side show. Now, for a lot of people who don't remember, in 2015, he did a concert that was nothing but his B-sides. And I think that will be a nice little finale to a weekend full of hits. You know, we forget that people love Reasonable Doubt. People love the Blueprint. But I honestly feel like he will give us a whole concert of B-sides. Hence, the surprises of people who show up on Sunday night. So Sunday is going to be nothing but B-sides. I think people are going to go crazy. It's going to be an epic night or epic weekend. Those are all my predictions. What do you think is going to happen this weekend? Is Jay going to take some shots at Drake? Do you think he's going to do some more diss songs? Are we going to get a new album announced? What do you guys think is going to happen this weekend? Let me know down in the comments. Now, before I go, I have a Cole's Corner. And it's from your main man, Jim Jones. Jim Jones was on a podcast this past week, and he had something to say about the New York rappers and their catalog compared to his catalog. Listen to what he says.
I had cataloged in over 90% of the rappers out of New York City in history, I would say. Not to be like, but there's been a lot of rappers in New York, but I've got real gold records, more than one of them, like albums and shit like that. You dig? I got real platinum singles and shit like that. Like, some of your favorite rappers don't have nothing platinum. You heard?
I played that clip for you guys because if you see Jim Jones trending this week, you're going to understand why. Clearly, he went out on a limb yet again. Do I believe that, though? I think Jim Jones has a really good, solid catalog, but like the best out of New York rappers, like you got Ja Rule, you got 50, you got Jay. I mean, I don't know, man. There's some heavy hitters out there, and I know as a rapper you're supposed to believe you're the best. And I know that you're supposed to believe that you're up there, upper echelon, but the best out of, like, you got a better catalog than 90%. That 90% is pretty big, bro. That 90% is really big, man. I don't know. I hate to sit up here and just be like, Jim Jones is a fool. But when I look at his catalog, it's not bad. But you got a lot of competition when it comes to New York rappers. A$AP Rocky's. Ooh. You got a lot of competition when it comes to catalogs. So I like that he said 90%, but might not need to take it down another notch, brother, because there's a lot of niggas out here that's from New York that's just, they catalogs is killing shit. I don't know. I just thought it was bold of him to say. I know he does a lot of things to get the algorithm going, to get back into the social media side of things, to get people talking again. I'm pretty sure once people see that clip everywhere, it's going to be a lot of hip-hop heads arguing this whole statement. I don't know. I can't agree with him though. It's too many good New York rappers for him to be up there. I just don't think he's got it, man. I don't know. You tell me. That's all I got for you guys this week, man. Thank you for joining me for another episode. I really appreciate it. If you like what I do, because what I do is not very easy, make sure you guys pay me in a like, pay me in a comment, support me with a subscription. Grow my platform and make it as big as the sun. I will catch you guys on the next episode, man. Take care of yourself. I love you. Peace out.
She is kind of fucking with my money, but I meant everything I said, and I say it again.